Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You gotta hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, verbal abuse from you. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself. But
he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
They give them to him?
Yeah. Because then you get a video like that.
In a surprising twist, Bill Haney, father and trainer of boxing champ Devin Haney, has taken aim at Floyd "Money" Mayweather. Haney claims that Mayweather's wealth might not be as real as it seems. He says the boxing legend's flashy lifestyle and over-the-top displays of money are just for show, designed to keep up a carefully crafted image.
Your A game is gone. What adjustments are you going to make? And Floyd would always say is that on that given night, he's going to make that right adjustment. He's going to box the brawler or brawl the boxer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Floyd Mayweather made big moves in real estate toward the end of 2024. Reports say he bought more than 60 buildings in Upper Manhattan for around $42 million. That deal included over 1,000 apartments and several retail spaces, and he owns it all by himself, with no partners involved. On top of that, Mayweather has put money into a massive $10 billion project that includes 18 office buildings covering 10 million square feet across New York, Chicago, and Jersey City.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month, it was paying off.
You like the cash flow?
Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said, I'm not going to even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I got to go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one life.
Bill Haney has called out Floyd Mayweather for what he sees as a lack of financial support for people on his team. Haney questioned how money is being handled at Mayweather Promotions, pointing out that if the company is really doing as well as it claims, then key figures like Calvin Ford shouldn't be struggling financially. He stressed that taking care of your team is crucial, not just to keep them happy, but to make sure they're doing well overall.
I think it's personal between you and Calvin. Also, it's Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach.
For those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach. So I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this. Because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
Mayweather's moved from real fights to exhibition matches. He hinted that this change seems more about making money than a true love for boxing. According to Haney, Mayweather now appears more focused on cashing in than on respecting the sport and what it stands for.
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Floyd, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
According to reports, Mayweather was reportedly unhappy about not landing a deal similar to the one Devin Haney got. Some say this frustration could be why he's possibly blocking Haney from getting big-name fights, like ones against Rolando Rolly Romero or Gervonta Davis. The situation has sparked backlash, including from Oscar de la Hoya, who accused Mayweather of getting in the way of a potential match between Ryan Garcia and Haney.
For some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background, sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm going to go whisper and rain here. I'm gonna make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm gonna make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying? So...
Oscar de la Hoya believes Floyd Mayweather still steps into the ring now and then because he needs the money. He says fighters like Floyd often go broke from overspending. And with Mayweather's high-end lifestyle, luxury cars, designer clothes, and private jets, de la Hoya's concerns don't seem too far-fetched.
His lucrative contract, he's gonna fight the very best, unlike Floyd. Waits for fighters to either be over the hill or too young, the way he fought Canelo when he was too young. But look, hey, if Floyd really wants to fight, if he really wants to come out of retirement and crawl under his rock, then call out Canelo once again at 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds. Call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
Do you think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? Do you think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossing.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking...
He called Canelo the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old.
Right.
Of course. If I fought Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down, you think?
Easy.
What's your message to Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
You think Canelo's gonna out-earn him eventually? You think he'll make more money than Floyd?
By far. Canelo's 28 years old.
Right.
And he's already made, what, $500 million?
Right.
Easy.
Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to making headlines for his over-the-top spending. He famously owns a watch worth $18 million and says he has hundreds more, each costing thousands. While these flashy displays definitely turn heads, they also raise questions about whether that kind of spending is sustainable, even for someone with Mayweather's kind of money.
The most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch.
One watch.
Tell me about your watch collection, dude. You have to have one of the biggest watch collections in the world.
My watch collection, I think I got somewhere upwards of 100 watches. And I got a lot of $1 million watches.
What should I pay for this one? What do you think? You're here for me now. I need some help. Help a little man out, okay?
That watch is a couple $100,000. Easy, but it's worth it. Because it goes up in value. It appreciates, not depreciates.
Dude, how do you buy a $17 million watch?
No, 18.
18, sorry.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long ranked among the top-earning athletes in the world, with massive payouts per fight. One of the biggest examples was his 2017 match against Conor McGregor, where he reportedly made around $275 million, one of the highest single-event paydays in sports history.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd Mayweather has never held back when it comes to bragging about his success. He often claims that no boxer in history has achieved what he has. His confidence is clear, but so is his habit of comparing himself to others, which helps build his brand but also draws criticism. Mayweather is famous for flaunting his luxury lifestyle, from private jet trips to non-stop spending. Still, critics point out that if that kind of lifestyle isn't backed by steady income, it could lead to serious financial trouble down the line.
You want me to show you right now? Call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
I'm gonna show you. AJ.
Hey, what's up?
So yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas to pick my daughter and mother up and my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct, yep.
I got tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow, but I got Dan, he's gonna go. So I need you to fly over there because you gotta pick a couple people up. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas, is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know head over to Clay Lacey, then go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send them over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
Okay. So it'll be. I mean, we're sitting here wrapping up dinner now. I think we got an hour. About an hour to play. I'd say have them at the airport about 10:45 or so.
Yeah.
The focus on luxury and showmanship that Floyd Mayweather embodies can have financial consequences. Spending excessively on expensive items without considering the bigger financial picture can lead to money problems, even for someone who earns as much as he does.
Andrew, especially, was a very successful kickboxer, 4-time world champion. His belts are sitting right behind me right now. But, the most he ever got paid for a fight, and he says this openly, is 50 grand. Huh? By the time you pay your trainer and your manager 10% each, you got to eat, you got to train for 12 weeks. I mean, if you work out the hours you put in, you're making $15 an hour. Like, it's not amazing money.
Haney has criticized Mayweather for shifting from being a celebrated boxer to a money-focused figure. He believes Mayweather now prioritizes big paychecks over giving fans the high-quality fights they deserve. In contrast, Haney emphasizes that his focus is on entertaining fans with great matches, not just chasing after money.
Say Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give him...
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this. Because every fighter that Devin gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we're going to give you the best fights, and we're going to get all the people in there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bull fights and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it.
In several interviews, sports analyst Stephen A. Smith voiced his discomfort with Mayweather's recent approach to boxing. While he understood the logic behind fighting Conor McGregor, given McGregor's credentials in combat sports, Smith drew the line after that. He argued that picking opponents who aren't on Mayweather's level just to secure an easy payday hurts the legacy he worked so hard to build. According to Smith, Mayweather now seems more focused on making money than preserving his place in boxing history. The message was clear: money had taken priority over meaning.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
There are claims that Mayweather's reports of earning $100 million in a single night might be exaggerated. Some insiders within the boxing community have raised doubts about the accuracy of these numbers, suggesting that such statements are more about building an image than reflecting reality.
There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $68 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got 30 million and one got 29.
$250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
I think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew through all of his money?
Logan Paul has publicly stated that Mayweather still owes him money from their exhibition match, despite the event's huge earnings. Paul claims he hasn't received his full payment, raising concerns about possible issues with Mayweather's financial dealings.
Jake, true or false, and why did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
I'm not God, but my spidey senses tell me nah. I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make $100 million or more.
And so you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul reached out to us and said that he wanted to do another exhibition. Now, this is the same guy that
Floyd said he didn't get paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday.
He had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it the whole entire time.
Bill Haney has publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather for allegedly putting financial gain ahead of securing competitive fights for his son. Haney suggests that Mayweather is intentionally avoiding matchups for Devin, particularly against top-tier fighters like Gervonta Davis, in favor of more profitable bouts. His comments highlight the frustration felt by both boxing fans and professionals who believe Devin deserves a chance to face elite opponents but is being held back due to business interests.
There's no one who want to say that because we're available now. So all that other shit. I'm wanting to see who gonna mention Tank other than us. Tank, where you at, Tank? Because now, guess what? We're free and you are. I mean, not free, literally, because they was talking 5% and they might think free means free. You know what I mean? So let's clear that up. Ain't no fight. We don't got no fight. So what's gonna happen? Tank.
At 140.
Yeah. Stop me from saying his name. Punch me in the mouth, because I'm gonna keep on saying Tank. Don't want to fight Devin. Period.
Despite their past tensions, Mayweather has shown interest in negotiating with Bill Haney, hinting at a potential willingness to arrange fights for Devin Haney. This shift suggests that there might be room for reconciliation, or at the very least, a shared interest in pursuing profitable opportunities.
On FaceTime with me.
I don't know how.
No, I'm just
I don't know how.
Yeah, he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, saying, where's Bill? Putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something. Why would I be missing, Vlad? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing where the world stopped to watch an event that he was in. I'm a proud dad, proud trainer, and proud manager. So I don't know what he was looking for.
Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You cussed him out. You got to hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, verbal abuse from you. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself.
Mike Tyson has been openly critical of Floyd Mayweather, especially when it comes to Mayweather's tendency to flaunt his wealth and achievements. While Tyson acknowledges Mayweather's skill in the ring, he has expressed discomfort with his behavior outside of it. On his Hot Boxing podcast, Tyson candidly said, "Awesome fighter, great fighter. Even though he's a little too into himself, he should be. I was the same way too. But at some point, you have to come back to reality. He needs to put his head down and stay humble. There's no need to be arrogant."
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stayed in the gym. He can't help it. He don't do drugs. That's his heroin. The gym.
Someone told me this. They say he doesn't have a vice. Yeah. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
The gym.
Floyd has always been focused on business from the start of his career. However, the way he's gone about securing wealth has raised some ethical concerns, from unpaid debts to inflated earnings. At times, it seems like Floyd's version of success is more about creating an illusion than maintaining integrity.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know, it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.